The house with no doors. I lived for years in a house with no doors. No locks, no hinges, no way of closing myself in or keeping anyone out. People wandered through me like I was a hallway instead of a home. They took my time, my energy, my quiet moments, my peace. And I let them because I believed that if I ever said stop, they would leave and never return. Rejection fear was the first to move in. She didn't knock. She never had to. She simply stepped over the threshold of my unguarded life and whispered, "If you close the door, you'll lose everyone you love." And I believed her. So I kept the house open, even when the wind howled through me, even when the floorboards cracked under the weight of other people's needs, even when I felt myself splintering from the inside out. I became the keeper of everyone else's emergencies, the caretaker of everyone else's comfort, the peacekeeper of everyone else's storms. But inside, I was drowning. Resentment grew like mold in the corners of my spirit. Exhaustion pulled in the cracks of my foundation. And every time my phone lit up, my heart sank because I knew I would say yes, even when every part of me was begging to say no. One night, when the house felt especially hollow, I heard a knock. A real knock. It was soft, intentional, and unfamiliar. I froze. No one had ever knocked before. Why would they? The door had never existed. But there she was, a quiet figure standing at the edge of my awareness. Her name was Truth. She carried a lantern that glowed like a small sun, and when she stepped inside, the shadows of my house shrank back as if they feared her. She looked at me gently and said, "You think boundaries push people away, but the ones who leave were never meant to stay." Her words cracked something open in me, a wall I didn't know I had, a grief I didn't know I carried. She walked through my house, touching the walls, the windows, the places where I had let myself erode. "You are not selfish," she said. "You are sacred. You are not difficult," she said. "You are deserving. You are not unlovable," she said. "You are allowed to choose yourself." Then she placed her lantern in the center of my chest and whispered, "A boundary is not a wall. It is a doorway, and you get to decide who walks through it." In that moment, I felt the frame of a door forming inside me, solid, strong, mine. I felt the weight of a doorknob in my palm. I felt the power of choosing when to open and when to close. Rejection fear watched from the corner, her shape shrinking as the light of truth grew. For the first time, I saw her clearly. She wasn't a monster. She was a memory, a younger version of me who believed love was conditional and safety was earned through self-abandonment. I knelt beside her and said, "You don't have to protect me anymore." She turned and looked at me with eyes wide open. Then she faded like a shadow at sunrise. Now, my house has a door, a beautiful one, carved from self-respect, painted with clarity, framed with peace. And when someone knocks, I listen, I breathe, I choose, because I finally understand saying no does not close off my life. It opens it, and the people meant for me will always knock.